So we'll start just with the right at the top of the draft. There's a consensus kind of top three. It's Barkley, Kamara, and C-Mac. Who would you take first out of them? And then who do you take at fourth right after those?
Yeah, so Barkley is my 101, and then fourth, I there's a consensus top three. I think there's a consensus top four, and that's David Johnson, and then it's a consensus top five if Zeke comes back from his holdout.
Yeah, exactly. And I love DJ too. I love how high you are on him. But then the next one is to Gurley or not to Gurley. Where do you stand on that one this year?
Yeah, I'm going no Gurley. Like I get the Mike Clay argument where it's like based on ADP, he only needs like to be 65% of what he was last year to smash that. And beat writers are saying it's going to be just a 25% decline in usage, whatever. To me, it's just, injury risk is really high. The drafted Henderson, who I love, he's going to see this decline in workload as a guarantee, but at the same time, he's also probably getting taken off the field in blowouts. And the Rams had a lot of blowouts last year where he scored fantasy points. They could, just completely axe his receiving game usage. It's just that we don't really know. And that uncertainty just like really caps. We know he's going to have a way lower upside this year. But also like the floor, just like, I don't know, too many risks, basically. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm avoiding him. Yeah.
Alrighty. Who's the top scoring wide receiver will be ...
Devontae Adams.
With you there. The next tight end to join the fantasy elite will be ...
I guess Mark Andrews. Depends on the like. I think Jared Cook and Vance McDonald outscore him. So like maybe big three is probably OJ Howard join.
Okay, yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Okay, I think OJ Howard joins that. Hunter Henry could. Engram could on that volume, but probably OJ Howard's the best bet.
Gotcha. So everyone loves a good fantasy bargain and the bragging rights that you gain with it. By position, quarterback, running back, receiver, tight end, just shout out your biggest bargains of the fantasy positions.
Quarterback is Lamar and Dak. Running back is probably, I guess Chris Carson's one of those guys. Darwin Thompson has been a guy I like really late. Wide receiver, Geronimo Allison, Golden Tate, AJ Green are some of those guys. Josh Gordon, tight end, Delaney Walker, Andrews, two of those guys.
Awesome. And conversely, who's kind of going way too high, who's overpriced that you think busts and brings shame to owners this year at each position?
Quarterback, definitely Andrew Luck with his injury thing going on. Running back, the Marlon Mack, Derrick Henrys of the world who don't catch targets. Get your exposure to them in DFS when they're favored by 8 or more points. Just fade them for redraft. Wide receiver bust. I don't know. I can't really think of any, but I know I got some in my rankings, I'm sure. Tight end. We actually ranked tight ends pretty good this year by ADP, I think. I don't know if there's someone who really stands out as
maybe Njoku, like we talked about earlier.
Well,
could be
sure.
him.
So here it's Eric Ebron.
Oh, okay.
It's Njoku. It's Hooper. It's Hawkinson. Basically, everyone between that Vance and Delaney tier.
Yeah, so you're cutting that, I'm with
Just
you.
Don't want any
my
of that
guy right there, exactly.
Yeah.
So in 2017, it was Kamara. Connor was last year, and almost every year, there's just a player that comes after round 10 and just blows up and is a league winner. Do you have any predictions who could do that in 2019?
I know Chase Edmonds, needs to be owned in all leagues because he just has the same upside that Connor had last year, or very similar. Maybe Ty Montgomery is another guy like that, but those are handcuffs, not very exciting. Albert Wilson is a wide receiver who I think if he gets healthy, sees the workload he deserves, he could blow up. Josh Gordon in those rounds for sure.
You
I don't
mentioned
know.
Darwin Thompson, who's one of my favorite
Darwin
ones
Thompson,
too.
thank
That
you.
backfield's so valuable.
Basically, what I'm saying is I'm going to do a sleepers article in like a week or so. So check that out. I'm much better on paper than I am off the top of my
Hey,
head.
gotcha. No, I appreciate it. That'll be a fantastic one. And these are more just kind of like culture side of things. I don't know if you don't have an answer to them, is no problem. But the first one would be: have you ever seen a really funny last place punishment or side bet, or either been part of it even? Anything of that nature before?
No, but I did a Reddit AMA recently where they asked for what they should do for their last place punishment, and I just like didn't have a good answer. And he responded, "It's like, oh, it's okay. I think we know what we're gonna go with. We're gonna send this guy to Hooters wearing a bikini, and he's gonna ask for a job."
Oh my God.
And bonus and like demand a job from the manager, and like bonus points if he like rants about the patriarchy if the guy turns him away, or gender politics or whatever. I thought that was pretty funny.
That's a great one. I've never heard that one before. That's hilarious. And then, what do you think's the worst fantasy sin an owner can commit?
Drafting kickers, defenses too early. Drafting the quarterback in the first round. Yeah, someone drafted Kareem Hunt in my girlfriend's league this year in the first round.
Oh my God.
Todd Gurley went third overall. So don't draft off of outdated draft guides. Pay attention.